stream down. Everything's melting and coming down toward us, so it's going to get probably bad. They're saying 25 feet. That's bad.
Last week's snow and ice now melting and turning into threatening waves of water. We're breaking down how the big thaw has people across the country now bracing for the threat of floods while still trying to clean up from last week's mess.
From flooding to another nasty problem, potholes. It's a nightmare for drivers trying to duck and dodge in the effort to not have to buy new tires or new rims.
And if you have spring fever, you are definitely not alone. I mean, you could be here right now. Looks pretty nice to me. But wherever you are in for a bit of a treat. If you want to know what's happening in your area, stay tuned, because our expert-filled, in-depth coverage continues right here, right now on Weather Center Live. Hope you had a good weekend. It's another work week. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Mark Elliott.
And I'm Vivian Brown. It's a quieter start to the week, but we still have a lot to cover, from lingering winter weather-related problems to making sure everyone is ready for spring break.
Yeah, you know what? There is a thaw going on across the country, kind of setting the mood for going down south. Check out this view, right? A unique look at the northeast thaw. YouTube user Suzanne Carroll shared with us this video, a pipe with a layer of ice around the outside that's melting from the inside out. I guess there's something warm going through that pipe. And so, yeah, you've got a waterfall inside that frozen pipe. When water freezes, it does expand, and that's why with such tight confines in those pipes, you could get pipes to burst during the winter. And in these tight quarters, even a little bit of an expansion could cause a burst pipe and countless hours of cleanup and repairs to do.
Costly, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that was a cool view. Of course, the southeast also facing the threat of flooding. A little bit of a different manner to get that flood, though. All
right, and meteorologist Kate Parker is in Louisville, Kentucky, where communities and authorities are working together to dodge the threat of a disaster.
Yeah, the Ohio River coming up into streets. Now, this should be a street. I should be walking down the road, down to that stop sign where you can get up onto I-64 right above me. That's not the case anymore. That's not what we're seeing right now. Obviously, the Ohio River has come into the streets here in Louisville, Kentucky. Look at what else it's bringing with it. A lot of debris. We're seeing a lot of this coming from upstream, a lot of driftwood here. And this is all because this is snow melt that's causing all this. This water that you're seeing is all melting upstream, causing flood warnings up and down the Ohio. So starting in Pittsburgh, where this river begins, comes all the way downstream, and it's actually moving pretty quickly, carrying a lot of that with it. So what we're going to see happen is this water continue to rise. It's already over a foot above flood stage. That's 23 feet is flood stage. We're going to crest tomorrow morning at 26.2 feet. The last time that happened was in 2008. We're going to give you some perspective on that. 26.2 feet happened in 2008. What's going to happen is water is going to continue to come up here, but they already have floodgates in place. This is an area that commonly floods whenever you get right at that 23, 24 foot mark. You get to 26, you're going to notice it coming up in your streets a little higher. We're going to flood a few more streets here in Louisville, but this is minor flood damage. It's not major flood damage that we're looking at and concerned with here. Regardless, it's the snow. It's the snow that's melting. This epic winter. Winter Storm Thor is what is contributing to what you see right here in the roads of Louisville right now. Back to you guys.
Yes, it is the snow melt, but it's also the chance of rain that we have tomorrow in Louisville and another chance on Thursday and Friday. So we'll continue to watch the river levels in this area. Mark?
Yeah, another area that has flood concerns right now because of the rain is the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Check out Fort Worth right now. You've got rain coming down as we speak, and this is just the beginning. We're going to see kind of round after round of rain, so soggy skies, soggy streets there. Pack the rain gear if you are headed out for lunch today, because, yeah, it is not going to be the blue sky kind of day you might have been hoping for. Here's the thing. We're going to see round after round of rain moving in through the southeast as we go through the week, and areas that are already saturated could see even more of that precip coming up. Here's that light rain moving through Dallas-Fort Worth. Houston, you're in a bit of a break, but there's more rain off to your south. That's coming in with another round for you. Zooming in on Houston, right now just light rain in town, but look at all this. Victoria and off into the Gulf, that's going to come back towards the north and move right through the Houston area. Here's Dallas, mostly light rain right now. Waco, steadier rain again, moving south to north. So I-35, you are absolutely socked in the rain at this point. Dallas in and out of the rain showers for the rest of the day. Cloudy skies overnight. Yeah, if you get too much rain on these saturated grounds, flooding is a concern. Maybe not as much near Dallas, but Austin to Houston, Tyler to Corpus Christi, and everywhere in between, flash flood watches are up. And here's why. With the saturated grounds, you get another inch or two, not out of the question. Heavier rain towards the Ohio Valley. So Viv, today this is the area that we're watching, but it's going to quickly shift on off towards the east and then stay there. The southeast kind of locked into the rain for the next few days. Over to you.
All right, from a soggy south to spring fever for us in the Midwest. You're looking live at Minneapolis. We have fair conditions, a few puffy cumulus clouds out there, but the temperature will be well on its way to above average here for the afternoon high. And we're not talking about just a little above average, a lot above average, not only in Minneapolis, but the entire upper Midwest and much of the Central Plains. In fact, check it out. Now, the average high, by the way, is about 38 degrees. Today will be almost 20 degrees above that. And look at tomorrow, 61. But on Thursday, that will be the warmest day of the next 7. And we talk about 62 degrees in Minneapolis. So a huge thawing trend is taking place. That's why we're calling it the big thaw, with a jet stream pushing well to the north. And that's just going to allow all of this warm air to spread from the Intermountain West into the plains, all the way to the upper Midwest. These temperatures will be running a good 10 to 30 degrees above average as we head through the middle of the week. So really a significant change here, a big turnaround after dealing with the harsh conditions of this winter season so far. Again, right now we have temperatures, it's almost 50 degrees, maybe not this hour in Minneapolis again. So a warming trend for sure across this region. Mark?
Yeah, we're going to focus on a warming trend out west, too. Spring fever out west coming up next. But we also want to show you this, something pretty amazing. Sledding, well, you could take that to a whole new level this year with the snowpack that we have. This is in Maryland, and there is a luge track in Katherine Johnson's backyard. Several inches of snow on the ground and an epic run through the woods. Be careful out there, but have fun.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that, Parker.
Well, did you know auctioneers make bad grocery store clerks?
It'll be $23.50. Now 75, 23.75. Hold them, hey to get down 23.75, 24, hey, $24, 24 and a quarter, now half, 24 and a half and 75 and 25, now a quarter, hey, 26 and a quarter, hold them, hey to get down 20, you want to do it, 5 and a quarter, sold to the man in the khaki jacket.
Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Americans, 83% try to eat healthy, yet up to 90% fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more. Add one-a-day women's gummies, complete with key nutrients we may need, plus it supports bone health with calcium and vitamin D. One-a-day VitaCraves gummies.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Theraflu medicine breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion.
Okay, guys, it's getting late. You gotta hit the road.
Millions of people count on the Weather Channel.
Good morning, guys. Let's get the live shot set up.
That's why the Weather Channel counts on Theraflu products. Theraflu, serious power.
My lenses have a sunset mode, and an early morning mode, and a partly sunny mode, and an outside to clear inside mode.
Transition's signature adaptive lenses are more responsive than ever. So why settle for a lens with just one mode? Experience life well lit. Upgrade your lenses to Transition's signature. Visit your local Walmart Vision Center today to ask about Transition's signature lenses with Chromia 7 technology and start living a life well lit.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind.
I think I just made Mother Nature my bet.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Today, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 82, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, a few clouds early. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When you go out there, it's dangerous.
Sometimes, bigger is better. But other times, bigger just gets in the way. At Brother, we know the biggest printer isn't always the best fit for every office. So we've come up with a bigger idea. Don't supersize, optimize. See how we can help you put the right printers in all the right places and help reduce your costs. Now that's big. Brother, at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
I knew instantly that this was, wow. It's Crest HD. It's amazing.
New Crest HD gives you a 6 times healthier mouth and 6 times whiter teeth in just 1 week.
It gets practically every detail. That's why it's called HD.
Try new Crest Pro Health HD.
Doug, you've been staring at that for a while, huh? Listen, TD Ameritrade has former floor traders to help walk you through that complex trade, so you'll be confident enough to do what you want. I'll pull up your number. Blammo. Let's get those guys on the horn. Ooh. Looks like it is time to upgrade your phone, Douglas.
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade. You got this.
Welcome back, and we're off to the West Coast now. San Francisco, not a bad day across the Golden Gate. A little bit of that low cloudiness and fog. Classic view of the Golden Gate Bridge, but this is only because we've got warm air coming into play. A little of that cool water still off the bay there, so that's something to watch out for. But overall, we've got a big thaw coming into play this week. So if you're not happy with the temperature that you're seeing right now, wait a couple days. It's going to warm up significantly. It's 52 in San Fran, 46 in Medford, 49 in Boise, but things are changing. Number one, we've got this big swirl off the coast. That's an area of low pressure. Out ahead of it, big bump in the jet stream. A big ridge is setting up shop here across the west, and that's allowing for all the warmth to come into play. So for today, it's already warm in San Francisco, right? 67. That's going to be 5 degrees above your average. But look what happens tomorrow. A place like Medford will be almost 15 degrees above average. Boise close to 20 degrees above average as you get into the low 70s. So a warm up for the west as well. San Francisco, the average high 62. Yeah, we're hovering near that midweek. By the weekend, low 70s, Viv. Not too shabby.
Yes, Mark, we've seen it all this winter season, from record snowfall, ice, and massive pileups. And just when you thought things were starting to calm down, the signs of the brutal winter are still causing problems for drivers. Those problems? Potholes.
Pothole after pothole, the roads are really bad.
It's an epidemic sweeping America's streets. Potholes just about everywhere.
It does make it a little difficult coming down the street.
It's kind of hard to get around a bit. The one benefit is people slow down, actually, on the road.
In Philadelphia, crews say they've had to fill nearly 3,200 potholes since the beginning of the year, using more than 800 tons of filler. And in Washington, D.C., it's like dodging a landmine.
This is the worst I've ever seen it, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to find another block in the city that is this bad right now.
While the Department of Transportation is working hard to fill as many potholes as they can, roads like this one may have to be completely resurfaced. Over in Boston, roads look like they've been hit by an earthquake. As temperatures begin to return to normal, the potential for melting more than 8 feet of snow, then that moisture refreezing, could tear up the roads even more.
It's going to be bad. The worst is yet to come.
But it is good news for one industry.
This is my 4th tire change today, just mine.
4th today, just from this stretch?
Just from, yeah, right here, in the same parking lot. They're pulling up one after the other.
From flat tires to dented rims, mechanics across the country have had their hands full.
You know, it's really amazing how many and how easily potholes can form. And as you saw, the streets in D.C. are covered with them. And Mark, you know, this is the time of year that potholes really do form.
Yeah, that's right, Viv. It all starts when the temperatures do that back and forth thing from above and below freezing. So yes, I can show you how a pothole can be blamed, at least in part, on the weather. Take a look. potholes can be more than just pesky. See, if they get big enough, they can pop your tire or even knock your car out of alignment. But did you know that they all start because of the weather? Yeah, let me show you how this works. And it's all about the road that you're driving down. And the pavement on that road is only the top layer. Underneath the pavement that you're used to is a base layer of gravel and then the rest of the soil underneath. When water seeps through those cracks in the pavement, like after a rain, it gets all the way down into the base layer. And when it is cold enough, that water can freeze. Now, when water freezes, it expands, and it can actually expand with such force that it moves some of that gravel and that base layer away, creating a hole underneath the pavement. And then it's all about your car. See, cars are very heavy, and when they drive over that weakened area, they can push right through the pavement zone, creating the pothole, which will only get bigger from there as more and more cars drive over it. So when you're driving, especially during the spring thaw, watch out for those potholes. I know during my commute, it's like playing dodgeball.
Absolutely, that's what you have to do. Don't want to mess up your tires and your rims. Oh, it's a mess.
This program brought to you by Yamaha.
Yamaha Viking, and introducing the all-new Viking 6. The hardest working, most off-road capable side-by-sides in America. Built for the hardest working people on Earth. You.
What's this?
A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better. Wanna see?
Yeah.
What else you got?
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. New Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
Once upon a time, there was a nice house that lived with a family. One day, it started to rain and rain. Water got inside and ruined everybody's everythings. The house thought she let the family down. But the family just didn't think a flood could ever happen.
The reality is, floods do happen. Protect what matters. Get flood insurance. Call 888-RAIN-383 to learn more.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
We all want that little black dress moment, that look good, feel good moment. But when you're overweight, it's more like little black dress. I don't even want to get dressed. I'm tired. My knees hurt. I'm not going up those stairs again moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm Marie, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Now you can lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist, or your money back guaranteed.
You'll get perfectly portioned meals that are ready in minutes. So there's no counting, no measuring, no guesswork. Simple.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of specially selected meals. Plus, you'll get 1 week of energizing shakes free and 1 week of Craving Crusher shakes free.
This is your moment. Don't wait. Start looking and feeling great today.
Call now, 855-807-THIN, and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
So let's go! When you go out there, it's dangerous.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s, brought to you by Olive Garden. Discover the delicious new things Olive Garden is bringing to the table.
It's back. Olive Garden's buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. Start tonight with our mouth-watering garlic breadsticks, freshly tossed signature salad, and your choice of irresistible entrees like new citrus chicken Sorrento. Then choose another delicious dish to take home for tomorrow, like cavatappi with Asiago garlic Alfredo. Go for dinner tonight and take home another entree for later. It's double the delicious. Buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. At Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 82, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 73, winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 84. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Back to Weather Center Live. A miraculous story of survival. A baby is found alive 14 hours after a car crashed into a frigid Utah River. Now, the baby's mother, 25-year-old Lynn Jennifer Grosbeck, hit a cement barrier on a bridge and flew into the Spanish Fork River. The vehicle landed on its top, killing Grosbeck, but her 18-month-old daughter, Lily, survived, strapped upside down in her child's seat. Now, police officers say they heard the baby crying for help.
Felt like I could hear somebody telling me they needed help. It was very surreal, something that I felt like I could hear.
I could see her eyes fluttering, life that was there. Just trying to get that seatbelt undone. I could see her eyes open. I could tell there was life there.
Well, police say Lily is in critical condition but stable. The water was so cold, even some of the first responders had to be treated for hypothermia. The low temperature Saturday morning was 28 degrees. Such an amazing story as we continue to focus on the harsh realities of this winter season so far. Here's Mark with more.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people have been complaining about the amount of snow that's out there, and now we've got all this snow melt contributing to flooding. So let's talk a little bit about how snow melts. And it's not just when it's warm out. That's the easy way to get rid of snow, right? But there's some other ways that Mother Nature can decrease that snowpack. One is with the increasing sun angle this time of year, and a process known as albedo. That white snow actually reflects a lot of the sun and then reflects the heat, and so you don't get rid of the snowpack. But the older the snow, the dirtier it is, the grayer it is, so more of that sun gets involved and absorbed. So the older the snow is, the more that albedo process will actually help to get rid of the snow. Now, rain at even just higher atmospheric dew points, the amount of moisture in the air, the water is a snow eater, basically. If it starts to rain, that snow disappears very quickly. That's one way that you can actually get extreme flooding. If there's a big snowpack and rain on top of it, all that water goes out at once, and that's something that we're going to be watching carefully this week. Plus, that whole process releases heat, and that helps to add to even more of the snow melt. And how about this one? This is one that people don't think of very often. You can actually skip the water process altogether and go directly from solid to gas, from solid snow to gas water vapor. You get some air moving over that snowpack even when it's below freezing out there, and because of the the balance between the gas above and the snow below, you'll actually have that process take place. It's called sublimation, and that's how it looks like the snow just disappears even when the temperatures are still below freezing. This one not in play as much this week because we are warming up, but the fact that we're going to have the higher sun angle, Viv, as well as some rain means the snowpacks will be disappearing.
Well, however the snow disappears, we are happy to see it do so, right? Certainly if we're in the Boston area after over 100 inches of snow so far this winter season. Look at Beantown right now. We have fair conditions and the snow is on the way of melting even as we speak. So let's talk more about the big thaw over the Northeast, not only in Boston and New England, but as you can see, all areas shaded in pink. That's where we have as much as 2 feet of snow on the ground, and that includes includes the Boston area, and even around New York City, we have at least a half a foot of snow still on the ground. But the temperatures right now, well into the middle 40s Boston, low 50s New York, and look at that, upper 50s in the D.C. area. So the snow is definitely melting at a pretty good clip across this region. And as we progress deeper into the afternoon hours, and certainly tomorrow even warmer than today, we're thinking, so that big thaw will be bigger, of course, tomorrow than today. So really noticing the snow melting very rapidly across this region, and that could lead to some other problems. We'll keep you updated on that. But here's a look at the forecast for tomorrow and Wednesday, well into the 50s for Boston and New York. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Even if it's your last one, always share the softness of Kleenex, America's #1 tissue.
All right, so this Tylenol arthritis lasts 8 hours, but Aleve can last 12 hours. And Aleve is proven to work better on pain than Tylenol arthritis. So why am I still thinking about this? How are you?
Get Aleve, proven better on pain.
Let's do this. Let's go against the grain. This way, that way, even up that way. Let's review this, workshop that. Let's save, and then let's get down to it. Let's make your home feel like this and make you feel like this. Let's do this. Get the look and feel of reclaimed wood in tile, starting at just $249 per square foot. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Do you take your eyes off the road when you get a phone call? Or when you take a turn, does your phone take a fall? Then you need the incredible Clever Grip by Bell & Howell. The new smartphone clip with a super strong grip. No more fumbling for your phone and looking away from the road. Clever Grip holds your phone at eye level without blocking your vision. And the 360-degree pivoting head rotates for easy viewing. Perfect for driving with GPS.
Take next left.
Streaming your music.
Hello?
Or hands-free calling.
I'm using my new Clever Grip.
Clever Grip fits any style air vent, and the spring-loaded clamp holds everything tight, from the smallest flip phones to the largest smartphone. Those other mounts obstruct your vision, are hard to reach, and eventually lose suction. They never hold. But Clever Grip mounts at the perfect height, just like your car's most important gauges. You get a clear view of the road and easy access to all your phone's functions. Even this heavy brick is no match for Clever Grip. It works with your favorite phone cases and those bulky battery packs. It's great for passengers watching videos. And Clever Grip goes from the car to the house. And now you have an instant stand in the palm of your hand. It's the ideal stand for people who travel. It's the portable clip with the amazing grip. Call and order your Clever Grip by Bell & Howell today for just $14.95. Available only through this special TV offer. But wait, if you call right now, we'll give you a second Clever Grip free. Just pay separate processing. Perfect for every driver in the family. We guarantee you'll love it or your money back. So don't delay. Get Clever Grip today.
To get your Clever Grip for only $14.95 and get a second one free, call 1-800-549-0620 or go to buyclevergrip.com. That's 1-800-549-0620. Order yours today.
Hello, America, and good morning. Temperatures this weekend will reach into the 70s.
Today, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 82, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 73, winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 84. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March,
One man's trash
Get to work.
is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Everything's melting and coming down toward us, so it's going to get probably bad.
This is the Ohio River. This should be a street.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for Weather Center Live. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Mark Elliott. And Viv, flooding can be dangerous, even deadly, and there is a lot of flooding on the way. We've got the big thaw going on this week, so the threat is very real.
Yeah, there's already a flood warning now in place over the Ohio River near the Louisville area. The river is above flood stage and still rising.
And our own Kate Parker is there keeping a close eye on the water as it continues to rise. Kate.
So yeah, I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky. I want to show you where the river should be. See the bell of Louisville back there? That's the edge of the Ohio River. We've got a paddle boat, we've got historical markers, we've got branches coming by, we've got ducks, but this should be a road. Where I'm walking right now, this should be road. This should not be water. So we have surpassed the flood stage here. That happens at 23 feet. We're over a foot above that. You can see how much water that means coming up along River Road, coming up 4th Street. So that is what we are looking at today. However, tomorrow, the plot thickens. 26.2 feet is where we're going to crest tomorrow morning. That is over 3 feet above the flood stage. And you are going to see some more roads in and around Louisville flood. Now, all this water has to come from somewhere, right? You're saying, hey, well, it hasn't rained here in a while. Well, you did get a foot of snow from Winter Storm Thor. All that melting, going into the streams, going into the river, going downstream, that's what's contributing to the flooding. And it's not just here in Kentucky. You go up through Indiana, you get the snow melt. This river actually originates all the way back in Pennsylvania. So this water that you're seeing right here in the roads of Louisville, some of this came from snow melt in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How about that? Back to you guys.
Yeah, and not only the snow melt, but as we look at the forecast, additional rain now tomorrow and even Thursday and Friday, another chance of the wet conditions in Louisville. So we'll keep you updated on the river stages in the area. Mark?
Yeah, and that's not the only area with flooding concerns. Some have no snowpack, but still a flood threat. Like in Texas, Houston, it is raining again, right? The raindrops are on the lens. The light showers have moved back in over the city, and this will turn heavier as the day goes on. Several rounds of rain will come across the southeast this week, and we could see flooding concerns here as well. Let's start off across the southeast. Dallas seeing rain, Houston light showers, but look at all this moisture coming up from Brownsville, from Corpus Christi, from the Gulf. That'll come back into the Houston area before the day is done. Zooming in for you, this little light precip is why we've got all those raindrops on the lens that we were looking at, but look what's just off to the west, look what's off to the south. That'll move back into the area before the day is done. So the grounds are already saturated, and if you get a quick burst of rain, maybe a couple more inches, you could see some flooding. So a flash flood watch and play here, Corpus Christi to Tyler, Austin to Houston, and everywhere in between. You have that potential for flooding in Texas. The jet stream has taken a dip here across the southern plains. Along that, the southern branch of the jet stream, we're going to see a couple of different rounds of disturbances come into play, each one kind of enhancing the rainfall. So several days of showers, maybe some bursts of heavier rain, not out of the question. What that means for you is that the rain is going to continue today in East Texas back towards the Mississippi River. By tomorrow, it's the Tennessee River Valley down back through New Orleans. That first low goes through the Carolinas on Wednesday, while our next one comes back into play over the same areas again, and that continues to kind of sit in place on Thursday. Day after day of showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder, and at times some steady rain. So yes, significant rain on the way, a corridor of 2 to 3, maybe localized heavier amounts of it, and that's why there's flooding concerns across the south.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, the soggy south to the spring fever we're finding in the Midwest. Take a look now at St. Louis, the gateway to the West, and we have fair conditions right now. Temperatures in the low 50s, and we're well on our way to perhaps the low 60s today. A big thaw we're expecting across the upper Midwest, the Intermountain region, and much of the East as well. The last time we got to 90 or 69 degrees or warmer was back in late November last year in the St. Louis area. Your average for this time of year is in the mid-50s, but check out the forecast now. Look at Wednesday, close to some 70 degrees in the St. Louis area. As mentioned, right now, temperatures in the low 50s. Chicago, you're checking in with 46 degrees. That's well above average for the temperature right now, let alone the afternoon high for the date. So we're forecasting things to really be on the upswing as we go through the latter part of the afternoon. And with the jet stream pushing all the way to the north, that's just allowing this warm air to really take over and spill over into the Central Plains, much of the upper Midwest. And again, these afternoon highs will be running a good 10 to 30 degrees above average, and all the cold air will be locked to the north of the jet stream, which is pretty much in the southern provinces of Canada. So tomorrow, look at this, St. Louis up to 60 degrees, but on Wednesday, that's when we'll be near 70 degrees in St. Louis. But this is really where we have the core of the extremely warm conditions. Check it out now. Afternoon highs running a good 20 to 25 and 30 degrees above average, even in Minneapolis on Thursday, up to 62 degrees. Mark?
So warm in the Midwest, but maybe not South Florida warm. So many Midwesterners are still heading down south to take a break from the ice, the snow, and the flood threat. In fact, we've been watching Fort Lauderdale. How much would you give to be there right now? Everybody in their bathing suits on the beach. Prime spot for a getaway with partly cloudy skies, temps in the low 80s. And in fact, our own Paul Goodlow is there now with the tough assignment, telling us how the locals and the tourists are enduring this start to spring.
Well, the sun is shining on this Monday, a great day for spring breakers here. Also a great day across Florida for the spring training. That's right, baseball. We're about a month away from opening day across the nation, and a lot of teams here are practicing. In fact, we were at Fort Myers this weekend covering the Red Sox as well as the Minnesota Twins, and both should have fantastic weather days for their continued spring training today. But back here in Fort Lauderdale, a world-renowned place for spring breakers, all dating back to 1960 in the movie Where the Boys Are, put Fort Lauderdale on the map for spring break. But the concern now is look out towards the ocean. The ocean is a little cool. Actual water temperature is around 75 degrees. That's chilly later in this year, definitely in the 80s, but that's in the summertime. Right now it's 75 degrees, but look at the waves. We have a persistent easterly wind, and that has actually cause some danger here. We have a moderate rip current risk up and down the Atlantic beaches here in the state of Florida. So definitely a concern for beachgoers. If you are enjoying the water, well, if you're not a strong swimmer, be advised that you do have some moderate rip currents out there. And most of the beaches here in Fort Lauderdale do have lifeguards. So swim close to the lifeguard towers and heed their warnings. And keep an eye on the kids. Again, great family destination, but the waters could be a little tricky as we head throughout the day. Now, the forecast calls for plenty of sunshine here in Fort Lauderdale, maybe a passing shower, but nothing long-lived. And temperatures, on average, they should be around 80, 81 degrees this time of the year. We're in the low to mid-80s for the rest of this week. And even though there is rain in the southeast, it should stay away from this part of South Florida. From a sunny and warming Fort Lauderdale, meteorologist Paul Goodlow, back to you.
All right, thanks, Paul. Well, as we go to break, we want to share with you an incredible rescue in Wesley, Massachusetts from this weekend. Now, crews had to get to a stranded puppy in the icy Charles River. Take a look here. Cooper the dog ran away from his family Saturday night when they were out for a walk. The scared and shivering golden doodle fell through ice. He was able to get out, though. The rescuers roped him to safety, and Cooper is doing just fine.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. High 82. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 84. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Liu 熟練の技革新1000年の歴史を持つ文化が最先端の製造技術を使うと待てよあれこれってクライスラー
Reliability is now an American thing. Introducing the all-new Chrysler 200, America's import. Find it at Chrysler.com.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste so much energy, it's like leaving a window open in your home all year long. Don't let another year go by. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION. And right now, when you buy 2 rooms of windows, you get the 3rd room free. Plus, Champion now offers no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. So call 844-4CHAMPION today. Because every home needs a champion.
Gorilla Tape, of course. Gorilla Tape's double-thick adhesive grips rough and uneven surfaces for a strong, weather-resistant hold for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and collagen lift moisturizer, a $200 value free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-730-7432. That's 1-800-730-7432. Order now.
My husband said, "You're beautiful and I love you, but I'm worried about your health and your weight. I'm worried we're going to lose you." That was my moment.
When your moment comes, you can count, track, and worry over every meal. Or you can lose weight simply with Jenny Craig. Just walk in or call. Meet your dedicated personal consultant who helps you reach your goals. Pick out delicious food and start losing now. Visit JennyCraig.com for our best offer ever.
A moment can change your whole life with Jenny Craig.
Welcome back, everybody. And, you know, with this big thaw going on across the country, particularly in the Northeast, there is a cause for concern.
Yeah, we're talking about the trouble that could be lurking off your second-story roof. Sam Champion looks at the dangerous side of icicles in this edition of Brainstorm.
When temperatures rise during the winter, the big thaw can kick in. Ice starts to melt and becomes very unstable. Those beautiful icicles you can see hanging from your roof can instantly turn into frozen missiles. To see just how dangerous these icicles can be, we had one of our Brainstorm official technicians, Nick Uhas, set up an icy test.
This icicle is 40 inches long and weighs 30 pounds. We're about to drop this icicle 25 feet, the same as a 2-story building, to measure the impact force. 3, 2, 1, drop.
At impact, our high-tech pressure pad found the icicle hits the ground with more than 1,200 pounds of force. That's more impact than a battering ram against a closed door. We found what makes these icicles particularly dangerous is the point, their aerodynamic shape. With a drag coefficient of less than 0.295, the icicle cuts through the air like a speeding bullet, accelerating to more than 25 miles an hour just before impact. Its shape also means that most of the force of the impact is concentrated on an area about the size of a quarter. This high energy density makes the impact especially powerful. The icicle easily piercing through an entire watermelon, a shingled roof, even a coconut.
Well, that's one way to open up a coconut. Very good.
As for protection, you could find it right in your driveway, specifically the windshield of your vehicle. Laminated, reinforced windshields can typically withstand a ton of force, which is why it took 2 different drops for the icicle to penetrate this truck's windshield. And the truck's roof is even tougher. To generate enough force to crush that, an icicle would have had to weigh about the same as an average human. You've been brainstorming. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
All right, well, let's check on the next 7 days of weather, and we're not anticipating any frozen precipitation across the country. Look at tomorrow. We have green painted on the map, and that indicates rain. It'll be spread from parts of the Jersey shoreline all the way down to the Texas coastal bend now. So all areas in between, you'll need your umbrella tomorrow. And this area will be targeted on Wednesday as well. But notice we're looking much better across New England with temperatures well into the 50s. So a beautiful day on Boston. Of course, we'll be watching the snow melting quite rapidly. 50 degrees in Chicago. Wednesday, hump day looking good from Minneapolis to Denver. Los Angeles, beautiful 71 degrees. But as you head up to 5, notice how the wet conditions will prevail, even up to Seattle with temperatures in the middle 50s. Low 60s on Thursday. Still a light chance of a passing shower in the Seattle area, but the targeted area for the more steady rain will be over the southeast, parts of the Tennessee Valley. Look right on through the end of the week. We get the wet conditions across this region. Get a break in the Pacific Northwest on Friday, but the rain returns just in time for the weekend in Seattle and down to Portland. And speaking of the weekend, we'll be focusing our attention on the Northeast as well. Some additional snow maybe for you, Boston. We're only about 2 inches shy of the all-time record for being the snowiest winter ever. So we'll keep you updated.
When our little girl was born, we got a Subaru. It's where she said her first word. No. Saw her first day of school. Bye-bye. Made a best friend forever. Oh my God. The back seat of my Subaru is where she grew up.
What? The 2015 Subaru Forester.
What?
Built to be there for your family. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
My lenses have a sunset mode, and an early morning mode, and a partly sunny mode, and an outside to clear inside mode.
Transition's signature adaptive lenses are more responsive than ever. So why settle for a lens with just one mode? Experience life well lit. Upgrade your lenses to Transition's signature. Visit your local Sam's Club Optical today to ask about Transition's signature lenses with Chromia 7 technology and start living a life well lit.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked? Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. High 82, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 84. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better than Tums Smoothies assorted fruit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
Let me talk to you about retirement. A 401k is the most sound way to go. Let's talk asset allocation. Sure.
You seem knowledgeable, professional.
I'm actually a DJ.
No way.
That really is you.
If they're not a CFP pro, you just don't know. CFP. Work with the highest standard.
Oh, man. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Harry.
You gotta do it like this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, George. Hey, Jim.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
I went to Ancestry.com, but I thought, I'm not going to make it very far. I knew my parents and my grandparents, and then it happened. I got a leaf. When I clicked on it, I could actually see my grandfather's draft card from World War I and his U.S. Census from 1910, and another member's tree that had my great-grandparents and their parents and everything. And it all started with my first leaf.
Who will you discover at Ancestry.com?
So you're saying you're going to give me my credit score for free, right? And then you're going to ask me for my credit card so you can charge me on the down low. 2 weeks later, look, Credit Karma.
Oh, are you talking to websites again?
It's saying free credit score.
Credit Karma? Yeah, it's actually free. Look, you don't have to put in your credit card information. Credit Karma.
It makes me happy to go on the computer. I like feeling smart.
Internet Essentials from Comcast has brought low-cost internet access to over 1.4 million low-income people at home.
Internet Essentials help me progress in my schoolwork. It helped my grades move higher.
Today, it's the largest broadband adoption program in America.
It helped me a lot.
Comcast NBC Universal, helping to bridge the digital divide.
One look at that Red Baron pizza, and you're gonna love it from the first bite to the last. Because a perfect pizza requires a perfect crust. The sauce commands your attention. The cheese begs you to savor every bite. The pepperoni declares you have reached pizza nirvana. And that last slice?
What's it worth to you?
A perfect crust means a better pizza. Red Baron, love at first bite. Pick up a pizza you can call your own. Red Baron Singles.
1985. We shop, you save.
This Sunday, extreme weather of biblical proportions.
The gates of hell are opening up, and this is the entry to it.
Top 10 Bible weather, Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
You know, not really a lot of snow out there today across the Northeast and New England, but for some the damage is already done, right? The economy in New England took a major hit from back-to-back winter storms. Boston saw over 105 inches of snow alone. IHS Global estimates that Massachusetts lost $1 billion in profits and in wages. Retailers and restaurants were among the hardest hit. I mean, if you don't go out for that lunch, you're not having 2 lunches when the snow stops. But of course, the big purchases may just get deferred. Here's the thing. With your winter weather update, there's not a lot of winter weather out there. There's a little bit of snow here in New England. Wow, that circle didn't work. There we go. There's a little bit of snow here for the UP. Otherwise, it's just rain. We have warmed up substantially across the country. Thing is, we actually need a little bit of snow out west. This is the Sierra, believe it or not. It is just unbelievable how little snow there is out west. This is the percent of average that we're looking at. Across the state, we're at about 19% of average. The snowpack here, meager at best, and the pattern is really not going to help that out very much. On this, I want you to take a look at this portion, right? Look down south. We had so much snow here. This was just a few days ago, March 6th. 51.6% of the country had snow. By March 7th, only 39.1%, and look how much melting was going on. By yesterday, only 30.1% of the country covered, almost none left in that circle zone, and by today, 25% of the nation has snow. That snow acting, of course, like a refrigerator. If it's on the ground, you stay colder. We're seeing the wind shifting around. It is looking and feeling more like spring out there, unless you're in the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes actually still have a lot of ice cover at this point. Some of those lakes completely covered up. The average across the total lakes, 83.7%. Viv, over to you.
Thanks, Mark. Well, while we want winter to end, it's not quite over just yet. Our winter weather expert, Tom Nizzo, is breaking down the northeast pattern and the potential for more snow this weekend in Boston. This additional snow, as you know, could help rewrite the record books.
Well, going through the rest of the week here, we're going to see relatively mild conditions across the Northeast, but getting into the weekend, the potential for some more wintry weather. Let's take a look at a place like Boston for that parade Sunday morning. You could have some snow in there with temperatures topping out around 39 degrees. And this is all due to a setup in the atmosphere with the jet stream. Now, early in the week here, the jet stream is going to be running from west to east. That keeps all the cold air locked up in Canada. But as we run through the week and in toward the weekend, we'll see a big slug of moisture coming in across the southeastern United States, and we've got a bit of energy coming out of central Canada. Those two are going to meet across New England, and as they do, there will be enough cold air in place that by that Saturday through Sunday time frame, we are going to see some wintry precipitation set up across the region. And in fact, into next week, the pattern sets up here to produce a ridge in the western U.S. and a trough in the eastern U.S., which will bring cooler than normal conditions for this time of the year across the area. There is our outlook. This is actually going into next week, into the 8 to 14 day period, and that is a forecast for better than normal chances or equal chances for colder weather in the Northeast. So how does this play out as we get into the weekend? There is a cold air that is locked in across New England, and moisture coming out of the Gulf now is going to meet up with that cold air, and right across interior New England in particular, I'm concerned in the Saturday through Saturday night into Sunday time frame that we are likely going to see a setup for some wintry precipitation. So here's how it plays out Friday night. You can see the leading edge of the snow working its way into New England here. Behind that, where the warmer air is located, it will be an all-rain event. As we get into Saturday, some wintry mix with possibly freezing precipitation in the morning in places like southern New York, northeastern Pennsylvania. Interior New England likely going to see a few inches of snow. And then into that Saturday night and Sunday time frame, a wintry mix changing over to snow in the Boston area. So, you know, you don't have too far to go for a record here, Boston. Your temperatures as we get Saturday into Sunday, we'll go from this wintry mix here into a rain and snow mix going into the wee hours of Sunday morning. And in fact, all we need are 2 inches of snow here to set that record. So will we make it during the parade? It'd be an interesting way to celebrate the St. Paddy's Day parade on Sunday. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated throughout the week. I'll send it back to you.
Interesting indeed. Thanks, Tom. And Viv, I think it's safe to say that a lot of people out there are ready for winter to exit the building.
Exit is right, and exit to the left, please, as we keep looking right and continue our countdown to spring. 11 days and 5 hours. We're back with more on The Big Thaw coming up in 60 seconds.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. High 82. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 84. Here's our 7-day outlook.